right, and hello everybody. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. I got a little bit lost in my head last night and wanted to do something to try and recapture some of the lightning, and decided that Elden Ring was the play. Uh, I kind of skipped my homework a little bit, and so I kind of want to get back to finishing Satisfactory and finishing phase 2 at least of the space elevator. I hope you're doing well today. I hope today's been as gentle a day as we can all hope for. And yeah, that's part of the bummer about Satisfactory. An experimental branch is that there are not always perfect starts. There are some bugs that do happen occasionally, so every so often there'll be a crash. And yeah, so we'll see right there. Experimental build of Satisfactory. Tread with caution. We'll see how lightly we can tread. But yeah. Let's see what we can do in this here world of ours. Hmm. Yeah. How's it going, everybody? All right. Okay, here we go. Here we are. I think last we left off, we were in the process of getting versatile framework and automated wiring set up so that we can get them automated and sent off to the space elevator. I think I had set up some of the beginnings of everything in a particular place. Hold on just a second. Almost a perfect start for a stream for me or for what I want, but not quite there yet. So get a couple of things set up. And that's okay. Whoa. Way too close in on my face. No, thank you. Go right about there, and that should be good. And back to Satisfactory. And hopefully I won't have to be bumped and or thrown around buildings quite as much as I have been the last couple of times. Should be able to make this jump just sitting still. Turns out yes. I remember why I ran back to the base and then ultimately decided on Elden Ring. And goodness, do I feel silly. I need some more rotors. All right. Back to the base. And I did add in the ability to do some photo mode stuff just off of keybinds that I have. So I should be able to do a couple of little edits and things to try and make some aesthetic, like, I don't know what I'm looking for word-wise, aesthetic, video. All right. I will need more of this. All right. And enough of those things should be good. And here we go. All right. And I should be able to just, like, no hands drop straight onto that floor. We'll see if that actually happens. Yes. Beautiful. All right. And let's see. I want to have 2 of these with the idea of this being... Pick up my own notes here. All right. So cable here. Then wire from over there. Yeah. Wire over there. Okay. All right. So wire comes this way. Cable comes from over here. Let me see. Yeah. So wire comes in from my kingdom for a hover pack. Holy crap. Oh. Hmm. This is an input? Why is that an input? Where's the output? Am I silly? Is that the output? Love to see it. It even has big bright arrows on it, so you don't do exactly what I just did. It's fine. It's fine. There we... All right. Trying to figure out some of these finds a little bit. Hold, please. Need to reorganize 2 things real fast. Yep, I for sure made an error there. I need double press, and that's going to be keyboard, and that's going to be page up. All right, and this needs to be significantly longer. My goodness. Goodness gracious, I am sorry. And should be back to our former glory, theoretically. Oh, this is going to be difficult. All right, let's work smarter here. All right, there we go. Now we're back to where we expected to be. All right. Let me back up a second here. And I'm realizing that I never did a thing. Hey, I'm Vayfox. I stream Satisfactory, the game content, on right now a weekly basis. I'm trying to establish a little community here on the live streaming platform Twitch. These are both live broadcasts as well as VODs available on YouTube after they've been published and finished here. And yeah, I have been streaming Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday, Monday to Monday, 7 days a week. Today is the 7th stream, so that's both exciting and also a little bit like, holy cow, I've been doing this for that many days in a row. A little bit, which is both humbling and also exciting and like pretty cool. And yeah, I would love to have more interaction and more of a community than I do currently. I would love to grow this little weird band of folks just like me who are a little neurodivergent and have special interests and, you know, like the things that we like and want to share in them. This is a game that I picked up a long time ago, and it's always brought me an immense amount of joy. So I wanted to share it with like the world and see if I can share some of the love and positivity that I've found in the communities surrounding this game and other ones. Um, but yeah, I'm if you're here during the broadcast, during the live, I'm super glad and happy to have you here. Still need to figure out a couple things here real fast. Need to get rid of a keybind that I have set up and change one to another. Yeah, it's been a lazy-ish Sunday, and you know, it's been a pretty good one so far. So I hope your day is going well. I hope that it's been kind and nice to you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super happy to see you. Lost my entire train of thought. Yeah. Bear with me for just a second. Let me get a couple things set up on my desk. All right, so this is going to be ultimately automated wiring, which means that I need to actually adjust where things are in relation to themselves and what my like actual thing what this little prose that I'm writing is in belts and in construction. Yeah, I'm gonna have two assemblers over here that are making that are gonna be making why am I blanking on the word? They're gonna be making stators. Jesus. Sorry. Let's see. One there.
The factory must grow.
You right. You so right, Ada. Thank you. I'm glad somebody gets it. I really am. This needs to be, let's see, stators. Control C, Control V. Copy paste continues to be a lifesaver. Need to there and there. There. That's. And thank you, Mr. Kibbs. I'm Kibbits for your incredible music that you give to the world copyright free. You are incredible as a human being, and I am grateful to you having done that. Mostly because I do not have the ability to find apparently copyright free music, or at least not a good one, I suppose. Is too steep? Really? I find that to be incredibly surprising. Invalid conveyor belt shape. Oh, okay. What about here? Is that also okay? Cool. All right, so that's the wire done. This is what? Beams? Where are pipes? Do I have pipes yet? Ow. Did I set up pipes yet? I don't think I had. Nope, I hadn't. This is this merger. Right, okay. Realistically, what needs to happen is I need to set this up in a slightly different position than it is currently. I don't need beams on the next floor. I need them on the top floor. Which means that I could probably get away with doing them over here. I hesitate. I am not certain that this is the right play. Alright, and let's go here to all too long. Okay. Okay. This is gonna drive me up a wall. How this has a delay of that length on it. All right. I need to change a couple things. And I have to unplug and replug a thing. Have I tried turning it off and on again? Answer is now yes, I have. So just need a moment. There we go. Should be back, and this should be starting to move some beams over to that part of the wall. End goal for this guy is okay. Yeah, beams going up there. We'll go with conveyor lift mark 2. We'll go there, and we'll have it be visible this way. Yeah, that works for me. Okay. But more specifically, I needed to make pipe. Why did I have this merger here? I don't remember, really. But I need cable. All right. Can I fit this in here? This is not going to be my prettiest, like most beautiful thing. I'm not at all proud of this. But the idea here is that everything's being exported out of the bottom of this base, right? So everything is being exported out down through here. With the end goal of this being one of the resources, and we'll have the second one over here so as to account for that being the case. Have that be there. Have this be the case way. Yeah. Again, not my prettiest handiwork. That's okay. At least I have a target for where I want things to end up, and that's just right along the edge there. So that it'll take things down from the top floors to the bottom floors here. And we'll have the ability to get things sent out in trucks. And this is going to be taking, this is going to be bringing in modular frames from this truck station here. This is going to be sending out versatile framework, as well as some automated wiring. Versatile framework is one of the base, or one of the improvements upon, I suppose you could say. It's the thing that you need modular frames for. Um, Eventually, I will also need a bunch of modular frames for goodness, I'm blanking. I'll need modular frames for heavy modular frames. Um, I will also need modular frames for fused for pressure conversion fused modular frames, as well as pressure conversion cubes, which are what fused modular frames are built off of, basically. These are later in the game things. Right now, the biggest thing that I need to focus on is getting the modular frames into and to the top of the floor. This one will be the assembled automated wiring, so this will be the second floor, and I'll be able to route that fairly quickly. Overall, let's see. Put my tools away so I can climb up this ladder, and we'll see what I can do. All right, I already built the machine. Now I just need to find a way to finagle some belt work into this. I could go vertical with it, right? If this is making stators, both of them, and I need stators in this building and in that building, then it would make sense in a capacity to take that vertical. Conversely, I do have the space back here. I can bump things back a little bit, but do I really have the space is a question. I only need 3 to the 8. There we go. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Whoa, to the alpha, really? Did I actually send pipes up? I have not actually sent pipes up yet. Well, okay. I mean, it would make sense then to just aim for pipes being here, right? Like if I can set them in any particular destination, and it doesn't necessarily matter, then why not do it here? I'm sure there's an argument to be made for like some legibility, I suppose. But is it really that important? If it works and it's stupid, is it really that stupid? Yeah, okay. That's not the most offensive thing I've ever seen. Especially none of things that I've done in this game. I've made some, we'll call them choices, TM, in this game before. This is about to be one of them. You are Mark II belts? Yeah. Great. You Mark II. Okay, I don't actually need this. I just need that. Got the eyedropper, which is what middle mouse is, I think. Yeah, middle mouse. You can basically just select an item that you want to pull, something that you want to replicate, and you can just mouse drop it and copy it. And it's an incredible quality of life thing that they introduced into the game a while ago, a long time ago actually now, but it still is something that is just incredibly useful and helpful to me. But yeah. All right, and let me set this here. There. Yeah. 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 All right. Can I? No. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if that's my target, H, please. H, please. Not escape. That's not what I want. I want this to be shorter interval than. Hold up. Right. Turns out when you set the trigger interval super long, like 500 milliseconds for a double press, it turns out it gets to be pretty long. Who would have guessed that? Because it certainly wasn't me. Might have been Gary fucking around in the settings, just like he is on the map all the time. But what do we know? Hey, that looks better. Yeah, and I need this actually to be a splitter instead. Oh, stay. Thank you. All right, and if I'm merging these two lines with the intent of sending them elsewhere, it stands to reason that I'm going to want them like here and here so that I can have them running around the edge of the build. Ding. Yeah, so I can have them around the edge of the building. Oh, key dokers. You're so right. How dare I? I love figuring out stuff on the fly. It's great. Mark 1. I'll take Mark 2 in the meantime, though. There we go. So again, I'm aiming for that particular hole in the ground over there. And is that... Oh, that's beautiful. Can I reach that? Not quite. And... Mark 1. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so that's the output there done. Forgot that I was sending things up already. That's definitely on me. I have not turned a single thing on in this floor. This splitter is going to be sending things over to like about here. Oh, how I thought I was going to be doing things. Oh, how incorrect I was. Alright, so you can go here, actually. And you... There. Alright, so that is going to be the stators going that way. Whoa. Yeah. Like that one makes sense. The geometry in this game is certainly interesting. Is that everything? Nope, I need wire still, or cable still. So if I do cable in a similar fashion. Is that gonna work? That should, right? Like theoretically? If I do cable like that and have it be, oh, well, although it's not really that big a deal, is it? 'Cause I haven't set any firm targets or deadlines on things yet. Hey. Uh, yeah. You good? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, and where would I put the splitter though? That's a question. Sorry about that. So I want the splitter to be, yeah, why not? We'll have it opposite corner to the other thing that we're sending stuff away from. Have this be there. And this be, oh no, my downfall. Missing machine, missing materials. All right, is that, yeah, okay. And realistically, how much are we producing per minute? 30? That's 120 per minute. Well, stands to reason that I want that to actually be a Mark III as well. And goofy input. Mark III, Mark III. Yeah, because I have a Mark III coming out of there, so why not? And I'm already producing enough beams that it's not that big of a deal. If I'm using maybe a belt that's a little bit too fast, it'll just make it look slower than it actually is on the assembly. I am not proud of everything that I do, and that is okay. I don't have to be. Again, if it's stupid and it works, it is not stupid. This is the hill I will die on. Yeah. And then for you, what if I put you there? Even though it's not really where I want you to go. And then you there in the middle. And you there, roughly the same height in the middle there and there. And last but certainly not least, I didn't realize I can get up there. That's funny. All right, and then I will have this go to like right about there. Well, have it be like roughly the same straight line. Have that be there. All right, we good on power-ish? Are we good on everything having set recipes? All right, that's automated wire. I have an output for the automated wire. I have stators. I have wire being made for stators. I have wire being made for cable. I have cable being made for the automated wiring. I have copper ingots being made for the thing. The cable or the copper ingots have not themselves been wired, so one of the last pieces of the puzzle needs done. And then I think we're there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you can go here, there. How am I getting power up and down? That's a good question. So previously, I had gotten power from the center on the other side, or toward the center on the other side. However, God, that's loud. It's about to be even louder, though. All right, so we're producing copper ingots now. Yay! Oh, why aren't you on? Oh, did I not connect you to anything? You right. That's on me. All right. So the pipes are being fed in. There's some of the first wire being put out. We got cables starting to be made over there and being sent off. Looks like being split off as well. It's super cramped. It's not the best, but it will suffice for now. All right. Well, 38 minutes in, we finished up the project that we failed to finish last night. That feels pretty good. Stator is being produced. And stator is being sent off. And these machines are all manifold, so they will take a minute to really spin up in terms of speed. But looks like we're getting cable at a pretty decent clip. Almost exactly what we need. There's some stators coming in. That's some goodness. Stators going out. That's also some goodness. We should be making about 10 per minute there. That is assuming full 100% optimal performance, which also assumes full 100% optimal performance from these guys. They have not yet done that, so therefore it stands to reason that the rest of it will also be a little bit questionable. Let's go take a look and see what our copper production is. Excuse me. That's a problem. Seems like that's less of a problem now. This should all be Mark 3s. This, I believe, is... Let's double check this belt here. Is. And you are producing 240 a minute, is that right? Friend? Let me take a look at you. 120 a minute. That's... I don't need to do that. I just need to get a little bit of a backlog going. Seems like that's starting to happen now. We're starting to stutter every little bit, which means that we're starting to produce more than we can actually do anything with. I don't know that that's going to hold up. We'll see if it actually does, but theoretically, yeah, theoretically that should be things starting to kind of coalesce here. Give me some of that goodness. Oops, daisies. Walk slowly. Thank you. And we can sprint up the ladder. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so there we go. We're starting to fill up on iron or copper ore, which means we're going to start filling up on copper ingots. It's going to take a moment before that really coalesces, and we're also splitting these in half. So whatever we're producing over there is getting split into two, which means, and I may have goofed here, but 30 per minute is 120. Oh, just kidding. I didn't goof at all. I did the math earlier on a previous stream, actually. And yeah, that should be pretty good. It should be all ratio balanced and correct and should be fairly happy. Hmm. All right. And have we produced any automated wiring yet? Looks like we have. We did do some work. We're doing a bunch of stators. It's just cable that we're waiting on, which is unsurprising, really. This is going to be the part that takes the most time. But 120 per minute. Oh boy. All right. Well, I may have gotten a little overzealous in the amount of cable that I'm actually producing, which is going to be half of what I'm actually producing because these require 60. So this is actually going to need a 240 per minute. So, hey, automated wire. It doesn't actually matter a ton because I am going to be kind of away from this area for a while at a stretch, and also setting up a truck or tractor system so that they will automatically bring things over from point A to point B. So this whole building will eventually get torn down and I won't have to think about my sins. Or alternatively, I could just yank all the resources from it, build a wall in front of it, and just not think about what I've done over here. That is also very much an option that I could pursue. Would it be the right one? I can't tell you. But is it the one that I'm likely to do? It's certainly very possible. Nigh probable, actually. But I don't know what you're talking about. I've never made any mistakes ever. I am perfect. Anyway. This is our modular frame input closest here. So we need to put another floor in the hole. Another hole in the floor. Directly above where we're at with that. Which I think this is automated wire down. Is that the whole... Gang. Never made any mistakes. Never. Not once, not never, not know how. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I think you might be imagining things. Hey, that's pretty cool to see. Getting some automated wiring. Okay. Falling to the ground. Getting some automated wiring coming down is a lovely sight to see. And just need to get the modular frame set up so that I can have those do something similar. All right, and there we go, and yeah, Mark II. This is gonna get real sketchy if I'm only doing Mark IIs. Sketchy in terms of materials that I have available and on me. Right, that was the thing I was gonna do. Okay. Yeah, I remembered where there was a Sam ore node that I would like to go stop by to go pick up some Sam ore. And since we're going to be putting things into the ceiling from here, it kind of makes a bit of sense for there to be those two unified. Because realistically, all I need for that to work is like surprisingly very little. I just need some assemblers. Could I sneak them in on one of these floors, this one or the one above it? The one above it, probably not. But this one I probably could. Realistically, I probably could. I don't I don't like that aesthetic super much. I'm not a fan of the cramped factory like I just made. Um but that's okay. Um I can redeem myself in the redemption arc during the mega factory building. Let's see. All right. I can at least get this set up so that, and I'm producing a small number of modular frames per minute. I forget exactly how many it is, but it's less than what is optimal. Less than what I'm actually like theoretically able to produce. Modular frame. So I think I'm producing like 5 per minute. Which these need 2.5 per minute. So we'll assume that to be the case. Let's build 2 assemblers with that being the output. And we'll have them be just kind of dead center over here. Why not? Do you really need to use every inch of space on a floor? Does it have to make a ton of sense? Does it have to be perfect? Why let good enough be the enemy of perfection? Why let perfection be the enemy of good enough? Is the actual phrase. Ow. All right, and right. I am gonna need to go run back and grab some more reinforced iron plate, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. That or yeah, reinforced iron plate it is. I'll do Mark IIs here. All right, now we run. But I can jump. I got hops. Especially since I have the blade runners. Ow. Alright, that should do for right now. I don't need a ton of them, just enough to kind of get me through the last little bit. I should start thinking about what if... Hey, Gary, what you up to? I should start thinking about what a plaza for, like, tractors looks like, or like an on-ramp, off-ramp type of situation. Because I actually do want to spend a little bit of time thinking about that. Tractors are not the most resilient when it comes to automation and they are pathing. They're fairly good at what they do, but they do require some generosity of spirit, really. So I don't want to give them too tall an incline to go up each time. I think I'm doing 2. Yeah. And we'll do there. I think I like having them drive into the water a little bit. Yeah. Like just a little bit onto some water so that I can have some submerged platforms, I think would be really cool. Is that another lizard doggo? I think it is. Gary and the lizard doggo. Hey, buddy. All right. I have berries on me too. Perfect. Hey, friend. You going swimming? Hey, Gary. You going swimming, bud? Why are you going swimming over there? There's bad things. They might hurt you. Well, realistically, I'll hurt them. I say getting hurt myself. That's fine. Anyway. I think this is a gentle enough grade that I can get a tractor to kind of believe that it can drive up this. Like up and then there and then there. And then from there, have it go down. Just honestly, I feel like just straight here. Although, huh. If that's the end goal, well, there's definitely a compelling argument to be made there because I can drive past the ramp down. The ramp down itself is harder to kind of nail, or at least like get in alignment. Yeah, okay. I'll let that be good enough for right now. Whoa. Spooky. Okay. Goodness. All right, we're about an hour on now into stream, and we're wrapping up the two things that we had set out to do yesterday, or actually even the day before yesterday. And now we should be able to get them buttoned up, or at least approaching that direction. I'll have to figure out power and what that looks like up here, but that's okay. Right now, this is the part that matters the most. All right, settings pasted, and that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Oh no, incorrect. Ouch. Yeah, having them back to back, that'd be kind of cute. No, what are you doing? Did I send something in from the wrong direction? I think I did. I for sure did. I feel very silly. Oops. Good thing I left it. Jesus. Oh, I didn't even need this floor hole to begin with. I was doing the wrong thing. I was doing the output of this guy. Is that right? I think so. You're getting 14. That's input. Yeah, I was doing from the output. Okay. I see what was happening. I had to pull from here is where I was originally trying to go. That was a silly mistake. I continue to be perfect, but I do occasionally make miscalculations. I miscalculate things, you know? I'm human. Not great at math. I like to think I do okay, but clearly every once in a while I'll make a little blunder, a little error, a little miscalculation. So, without that being a factor anymore, I should be able to clear this cache of its contents here in a moment. Go climb up this ladder. Oh, okay. And come up a bit faster. All right. And then I should be able to do this. Have this shorter one, or the one closer here, this steel beams be the thing that will eventually connect. I want to make sure that things are set up here first before I start throwing things around, like resources around at least. But to that end, I could very easily do this. Yep. And have you. What clipping are you doing, friend? And why? Interesting. I'm actually gonna redesign this part because I kind of like the idea of having this one be elevated here. Yeah. 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 Yeah, okay. I'll bite. That sounds like it would be good enough. And then where was I gonna have the output for the second thing? Oh, right. That's why there was 2 holes there. That's why I was big confused. All right. So if I have the output over here and I'm trying to match this output here, would it make sense to also have that next to it? Is that a bad idea or a brilliant idea? Because I think it's kind of a brilliant idea. Yeah? So that then looks like what? Yeah? What does that look like below is a question. Do I miss the same things that I missed on the other side? I think I might. Oh, gang, I think I might. I do. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And then I'll have this guy here. And then I'll revert this guy as well. So that they're like kind of back to back. And then... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's get this set up from the top down first. Because I know I got the clearance on the one side. We'll make sure that the clearance is there on the other side as well. Or not the clearance, but like we'll get the conveyor belt set up. That directionality doesn't matter super much, but it would be nice to make sure that it's there. And even though this is a normal copper node that I have here, I could still double power shard that and get 240 ingots out of that and have it come and be able to actually support the automated wire at the actual intended target. Which I very well might do because I'm going to need a lot of automated wire at a point here not too terribly far in the distance. Especially since phase 3 of the space elevator is a little friction-ic and it's a bit rough. So we'll see what we can do. At least it's not phase 4 and I don't have to do... Oh god, no, I'm gonna have to do... I'm realizing now I'm gonna have to do... Am I gonna have to do nuclear pasta? Ugh. That one's spooky. I'm also realizing I have my headphones on backwards right now. That's okay. We're having a good time. All right. And as far as this goes, you can go here. You. Uh-huh. Yeah. And we'll just take this and we'll find ourselves a little connection for... That seems as good as any. Is it ideal? No. Will it work? Yeah. Am I gonna have to do something about my power soon? Yes. Am I also going to get oil soon? Yes. The other thing to note here is that I don't need any of the space elevator parts to actually advance my tech tree otherwise. The components that I'm going to be doing tech stuff for are going to be like predominantly... right, I forgot that that was still a thing. The components that I'm going to be doing the tech tree for predominantly are going to be some ironwork stuff, as well as let's see, iron stuff, copper stuff. There's going to be some deuterium, some quartz, some deuterium, quartz, sulfur will be a thing. Coal will need to be a thing as well. I will get oil that will yield plastic, rubber, and some other byproducts, as well as some fuel, which will be really lovely to have. Honestly, I will start having to do computers, modular frames. I'll have to start doing, or heavy modular frames rather. I'm gonna have to start doing some of the bigger components and have those be a little bit more substantiated and or substantial than prior knowledge or prior experience. But for the moment, I'm gonna throw in some modular frames and have them go. See if I can't get myself you know, further along the space elevator. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and I can build a tractor. So I'll build one over there. And I'll tell you a couple things about the way that these tractors actually work. All right. I'll get rid of this guy because I don't really need that right now. I may even be able to get this to behave in a way that is understandable. So when you're driving it yourself, you trigger all the things that happen in the docking and or like the vehicle interactions with environment yourself. So you are yourself responsible for each part of the interaction. When you automate things, when you automate the driving path of the tractor, when you drive from point A to point B and you automate those components of things, it will happen automatically, especially if you have them set up in such a way as to enable autopilot. And when autopilot goes, it should allow for things to happen automatically. So this will do its own thing. So we'll call this no, not that. We'll call this modular frames. Frames in. That'll be the name of this one. I'm gonna have this one be a funny transy name. Let's see. We'll have this be verse frame and a wiring out. Just for the time being. And then I'll record a path and I'll show you what that looks like. But basically, I'm gonna press Q and start the recording. So I'm gonna go from here. To there. Oop. Oh, and I have to finish the loop to finish the recording. So it's gonna wait for a kind of indeterminate amount of time until I tell it that I'm done. But I do that by going back to the same path point, the same start point. So the start point and the end point have to be the same because the idea is that you're making a loop. I could make this a shorter path by having things go on more established roads. I don't wish to do so at this time, and so I won't. Hey, buddy. Especially not since I have these kind of natural roads here. And the splines, which these little nodes here are basically road splines or like pathing splines. Those will help guide the tractor back to the point that it needs to get onto in order or an effort to make sure that the tractor actually gets back to where it needs to go efficiently. Or I suppose correctly. That's not at all what I intended, but so have it go here. We'll have it load cargo in, and then we'll have our unload, and then we'll have it this is to load it in, and then we'll go back and the way that we came, unless of course we run out of fuel, in which case things just got a little bit more complicated. Do I have any fuel over here? I know I don't have any biomass. Or like I don't have any biofuel. But I do have some coal in this guy. Right. Alright. That's a little frustrating. I didn't realize I was running that low on fuel. So this is unfinished pathing. But I can add the coal in and drive the tractor and drive back to where I need to get to. Tractors are a lot less finicky. Tractors and trucks and the Explorer and also the factory cart for that matter are a lot less finicky now than they had been in previous iterations of the game. Mainly because of how like much smoother things are now that the devs have spent some time replacing the way that they kind of function. So if a tractor or a truck encounters any kind of collision or blocked path, if I were to literally build a road in the middle of hi bot, if I were to build a road in the middle, or a wall in the middle of the road, then I would be able to have the thing go into a ghost mode and yeah, have it kind of just finish its thing. But now this is mod frame and first frame and a wire. All right, so now that I exit, or when I exit, I should say, she'll start auto driving. But if there's a collision, for whatever reason, if there's like a wall or something. Are we good? Game? Okay. Hold on. What happened here? Are we good? Weird. Anyway, if there's any kind of collision, if I build a wall here, the tractor will go invisible or invincible, I guess is the way to think about it. And it will basically find a way through that obstacle. It will force itself to be in the correct place. In the time frame that you expect it to be, especially the time frame that the yeah, especially in the time frame that you have it laid out with the pathing. I don't know where my words are right now. All right. Quick and dirty. I'm gonna go backwards from here. So if we're unloading from here, and I want to have that be the unload, that be the load, unload, right? So unload comes in from here and it goes out that way. Or actually even better, if I go there and there. I'm a little concerned about the, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I'm a little concerned about the nature of how some of these things will potentially clog inputs. So if I don't have like enough throughput for particular thing to come out, let's say for example the automated wire gets stuck and it's full, it's like 100 of 100, and it's exactly what I need. I've finished the task. It may not be smart enough to recognize that it no longer is able to it will basically just clog up the input is what I'm trying and failing to say. Goodness. Goodness. All right, well, now that I have the elevator here, I don't really need this anymore, right? And this is modular frames we've established. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna delete that bot. Likely ban evader. Yep. Not published in chat. Yeah, because you are bad. Uh, Don't be a bot. All right, and fuel will be a problem that I'll have to contend with and be a little on the ball about. Throughput is the other concern here. I'm not actively going to be paying attention super much to the way that this works as far as like the efficiency of it. It's not that vital to me. I put this into the wrong place though. This is right. I need to set these the other direction. I had them inverted. Whoops. All right. I think theoretically that should work though. Okay. Sun is starting to set where I'm at, and so it's starting to get a little bit darker, at least in the real world. We're not quite there yet, so I don't have to worry about that super much, but I'm just getting prepared, making sure that I have my setup correct and ready for myself. Now, I do remember there being a SAM ore node way over here on the north end of this like piece of the island. And so I'm gonna let the production that I was working on just cook a little bit, and I'm gonna get myself much closer to the north side of the island here, or the like north side of the archipelago. I'm aiming for over there basically. So yeah. Oh, that's a yellow power slug just hanging out in the open. Well, I say that, I'm about to get attacked. 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, nope, that's spiders. Oh, it's not, just kidding. Good night. Good night. Alright, and... if I'm remembering correctly, I can get up over here. Yeah, okay. Do I have my chainsaw on me? Thank you. I do. Do I have any biofuel on me? Negative. Bummer. Okay, that's fine. I think it's up on top of this cliff face here. Which, can I get up there from here? I can get that Mercer sphere though.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
Good night. A single strand of the tapestry.
Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a resonant song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Somehow that feels like a lie. I don't know what it is about Ada and the way that she says things, but it does not always feel like the truth. Why did you build one in the middle of the other one? Or am I just silly? I might be silly. That was bizarre. The effigy, our blood could fill resonance veins of the effigy. Is Ada the effigy? Hey. Huh. I don't know why there's just a regular power, like a power slug just hanging. I'm not gonna complain about it, but I'm just big confused. Am I a very silly bean? Did I actually? I didn't. I remembered. I was right. This is Sam ore.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM,
Mhm.
seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
If I don't move, he won't notice me, right? Like if I don't say anything, if I don't do anything. Didn't seem to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Um. Oh. Uh. Do you think he can see me? I don't think he can see me. I think I'm in the clear. I think if I just hang out here and just don't move, and I just continue to mine ore, if I just get some sand ore, I think I'll be just fine. Which means I get to eat a little bit of a snack, small snack. All right. I don't know how this thing isn't like incredibly mad at me, so I'm gonna call it a W. Bye. Just I'm not willing to risk it, and I'm sure he's gonna be running after me, very mad. So, oh, all right, fair enough. Eh. I don't need you anymore, so yeah, all right. I hear you. Come with me. No, you don't have. I don't have enough space to take you home. Lies. I absolutely have enough space for you. You can absolutely come home with me. Come on, buddy. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Hey, you have a friend too? My goodness. Isn't that a lucky day? Put the thing back in our hand. All right. Are there summer soups? Really? Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. No, you know what? On second thought, I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah, on second thought, I'm good. I'm gonna cut my losses because I now should theoretically be able to get Mercer spheres like somewhat useful, or have a use for them rather. God, all the fart rock. I do have to wonder what goes through the aliens, the alien organisms, the megafauna, as it were. What goes through their mind as I come like bouncing through their world? Because like they can't be happy, right? Like they can't be happy with how that happens. Yeah, it didn't surprise me. It's gonna take a minute for that to kind of spin up. I'm also assuming very generously that I did that correctly, and I should probably realistically go check on that and see if I did that correctly. I doubt it pretty substantially, but what can you do?
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
The effigies defile our temple.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
That's a touch concerning. I am already full on automated wiring. That's fabulous news. Hey, Gary. Why are the bees, the crabs, mad? The aurora in this game is so pretty. Sorry. Bear with me a moment. Are you producing things? You are. Why aren't you doing anything with it though? Okay. Yeah. Nope. God, this lighting in this game is so pretty. Okay. Did I never set up an output for that? I don't think I ever set up an output. You know, that kind of works out though. That's honestly, that's kind of okay. Because I would like to get rid of the I want to sync the the automated wire. Since I have that ability now, I don't have to worry about it super much anymore. All right. There we go. And that'll get me a lot of coupon tickets. Or it should. If I was able to produce 100 in very little time, then that tells me that I should be able to produce a fair amount. 5,480 points per minute. So that's pretty substantial. And I've got, what do I have in my inventory? I've got did I leave that there? I think I left it there. I don't think I actually dismantled it, I'm realizing. Okay. That's fine. But I do need to go this way. And once I do, then I can go over here. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I can go here. There we go. Yeah. Right. Other thing. Need to go here. So this. You. Here. I forget what the next level of the thing was. A little unfortunate. Oop. Thrown off the platform. Solid. Hmm. Oh, change the color to on this guy. It's a little bit warmer, and you. Right about there. And hopefully, we got some nice warm light here, and that should help keep me illuminated as the sun continues to set. So, tell me what you think. If it's any better, you've seen the stream for the last couple of days, assuming you have. Well, why wouldn't you? You love watching Satisfactory content. And also transfems, doing silly transfem things, just kind of generally. So why wouldn't you watch the stream? That's a silly question. But tell me what you think about the lighting. Tell me what you think is any better or any worse. What I could do better. I would love the feedback. But nice cozy gaming. Now I was on the thread mentally before, but I mentioned a phrase, throughput actually. Oh right, I just put the automated wire in back again, didn't I? No, well, I may not have. Anyway, throughput was the phrase. What that basically means is that while I might be producing a certain amount or the correct amount for whatever given application of item per minute in a certain location, getting them from point A to point B means often that uh, getting them from point A to point B means often that I will have a delay in how quickly I'm able to get them from one location to the next. And if I'm not able to get them there like within a certain amount of time, there is a throughput delay. With trains, tractors, drones, this can be accounted for and dealt with by including a number of like an additional number of drones. So instead of there being 1 or 2 or 3, you do like, or sorry, instead of there being like 1, you add a second, or you add even a third if it's a train, or if it's a tractor or a truck. You can do realistically as many as you so desire. There's no real limit as far as like tractors, trucks, train engines, except for like the only literal holdup and or delay. The only problem with that is that you run out of space to feasibly do it, and you end up introducing a lot of variables where you could end up crashing things, and then you have to go out into the wild and in the world and fix a bunch of things that you just broke or got broken in the background, really. Yeah, let me see, where are we at with this guy here? Alien technology, Sam fluctuator. Nope. Sam fluctuator. Should open up Mercer Sphere stuff, I think. Yeah. Oh.
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
Interesting. All right, so I need for reanimated Sam, I need 6 times 10, so I need another 200 Sam ore. But good news of good news of good news is that I have it on the wheel now, so now I can pull it on the map. I can ping it on the map and see if there's any closer or any further nodes from the one that I found. Looks like that's the closest to where I'm at currently. Okay. But there are a couple that are not terribly far. All right. Got some ideas. All right. So, first of all, gonna need to make a handful of miners. Let's see. I've got here 5, 6. I'm gonna go with 10, I think. And I'll go exploring to the westward. W for wupward. Let's see here, and while I'm at it, I could go ahead and do this and this. And I'm going to start saving my power slugs so that I can get doubled on those. Because that feels like the responsible play. Yeah, that feels like the responsible play. Oh, right. I snagged coal for the tractor a while ago. I'm remembering suddenly. But do I still have... I do still have fuel here. Do I have everything else I need? Realistically? Do I have enough bullets is a question. 41? I need more bullets. All right. And yeah, so we're nearing the second hour of the stream, or the end of the second hour of the stream. But if you're watching, I hope that you're having a great time. I'd love to see you in chat. I'd love to hang out with you, play a silly, cozy game. The world's kind of a scary place, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and tending to your needs, taking care of your community and the people that matter to you. That's kind of the name of the game right now, is to make sure that we all, make it, really. And so I hope you're doing well. I care about you. As much of a platitude as it might sound like, I actually do genuinely care about you. Um, yeah, I hope you're doing well. Um, drink some water. Because I know I have not been drinking enough water. And I can feel it, especially while I've been sitting here narrating to, myself and the rest of you who are here with me. Now, getting the Explorer out. Oh, wow. That's satisfying. I'm really glad that I was able to do that. All right, yeah. Let's see if I can go pick up some coal. I've got plenty of bullets, so it shouldn't be a problem. Biofuel would be a thing that would be nice to have, but wouldn't be a requirement for what I'm about to go do. Especially since my MO right now is to go pick up a bunch more SAM, which I will probably make while I'm out there. Well, not make, but like I'll combine and reduce down into. Is there a truck coming? Yeah, tractor. I'm gonna condense into from reanimated SAM. It's 4-to-1, which means then that it's 24-to-1 to make the SAM fluctuator. So if I need 10 of these, I need 200, but I would like to make sure that I have more than I need. And so I'm gonna grab maybe a couple stacks of coal. Check in on the awesome tickets here. I should have one more. Yep. All right, there we go. I've got a bunch of alien DNA capsules too I can drop off. I'm gonna grab this. I forgot that I had done that. I am really thankful for Past Fae Fox. Past Fae Fox did me a big solid. So let me see if I can do future Fae Fox a big solid here too. Let me see if I can over prepare for the future a little bit. I know I won't be able to fully. I'm not going to be automating a SAM or node right now. At least not as my current infrastructure is. I could, I mean, I guess, but I have other things that I should prioritize. Maybe things like, goodness gracious, things like quartz or sulfur or Caterium might be a little bit more of an important thing to do. All right. If I'm remembering, ha! All right. I knew there was something over there. Is it up on top of this hill? Yep, sure is. That's a death crate over there. I wonder how that got over there. Probably nothing to think about. All right. Oh, yay, fart rocks. Hey, there's Sai. How's it going? Lovely to see you. Is it behind me? Am I silly? I'm gonna have to run in there and like a bandit and just drop these these automatic miners. Oh boy. Oh boy. Directly behind me, huh? Is it underground too? Yay. Mercer sphere, that's the thing that those things are guarding. I see. Ah. Ah. Please tell me this isn't underneath this bunch of rocks. Okay, that's not, I don't think, destructible. But happy to have you here. Hey, Gary. I'm happy to have you here, Sai. How you doing? That looks like a tunnel. No, give me back. Oh, no. Come here. Thank you. Well, I mean, cybernetic bandit. Yeah, I'm gonna shorten that to Psy. So why would that not make sense? Silliness. Where? Just like the silliness of me trying to find this thing. Gary, what you doing? You standing up? Standing up tall? Yeah? Okay. Is it on top of... It's not on top of the rock, is it? No. It's in the middle of the fart rocks? No? Alright. I feel dumb now. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Where's the explorer? Come back here. It must be underneath all this. Huh. Alright, well. Hi, Sai. I know. Like, I know. Hi. I'm glad you're here. You silly bean, you. So if there's Sam or there. Oh. Hold on. Hold please. I don't know why I deleted that message. Let me find out. What kind of horribleness did you say in the chat? I'm sure it wasn't anything terrible. Yo-hi-oh. I don't know why it chooses some weird hills to die on. And I'm not sure as to why that is. All right, well, off we go into the wild blue yonder, lost again. Son of a bitch. Wee, going 100 kilometers an hour. Wee, woo. Man, I wish I could pull in like ping data, pull in environmental pings for resource scanning. Hey Gary, you going to the beach, buddy? Be safe. Take a towel. Don't swim for an hour after you eat. You can die. And your little cousin too. Oh, I love the Explorer. Well, usually I love the Explorer. Anyways. Out of fuel. And of course there's crabs. Yep. I'm good. Right. I was a very smart cookie. Oh, well, less smart. Hey, friend. Alright, I don't know that I necessarily want to deal with the rest of that that's over there. So we'll drive past Charles, the first of his name, in his little enclosure, because he's been a very good bean. Also, hey Gary. Oh, okay. Turns out you can't drive that far in the water. Just so in the event that you didn't know that. All right. Wee. Hey Gary. You really get around, my guy. Been like 5 different places in the last 2 minutes. All right. Where are we at? North and south. Oh, and also west. Or east. Yeah. That's west. Thank you. This game is stunningly gorgeous. There are some very, very pretty night scenes, and the lighting engine in Unreal 5 is, oh, it's really good. All right, I'm gonna head over this way, I think. And I don't have explosives yet. Hey, buddy. Oh God, I'm so sorry. They're fine. All right, be smart about this. Yeah, I agree. Every environment I'm in is a hostile work environment. I think this one might be the more accessible one. So, can I set a marker before it disappears? Just so I know that it's there, and that's the target I'm going for. For right now, I'll set it for near. Not automata or replicant, but just nearby. We'll head this way. Just because I know that there's not a lot of like drivable terrain over here. It's just a little bit undeveloped. Just I haven't gotten that far in the game yet. Hey Gary, you almost caused a car accident, my guy. You should really watch where you're going. But I am driving on your terrain, so that may be on me. Maybe. Oil well there. Eventually. Whoa. Okay. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. All right. Yep. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Oops, it is. All right. Headed this way on adventure. All right. And ultimately, what I'm headed up or over here for is to... I don't want to do that. I'd rather do this. Naturally. Why wouldn't I run out of resources? Wool? For the moment, though, can I get away with doing something silly like this? Sigh? Girl? Why are you breaking things? Hold on. Nightbot might be a little bit, Nightbot may be a little bit overzealous with things. I'm still figuring out a lot of the stream stuff. So that might be on me. I'm gonna hope that you stick around and give me the time of day again. But you know, we'll see if Nightbot it will allow you to continue speaking. Doing some Fortnite nonsense here. Build the foundation though, please. Goodness, gracious. All right. Yep. You don't pay any attention to what I'm doing. I'm not even here. I'm not even here. I'm really not. I'm really not here. You don't have to do this. You truly don't. I'm gonna die out here. Called it.
I expect you'll perform better in other areas.
Anyways, I think Callie set up the command as death add. The deaths? Yeah, okay. I don't know how to add a death, so I'm gonna have Callie do that when she is able. But the counter gets reset to 0 days since our last incident. I wish it were available in more than just one place, but it sure isn't. And by the time that I get back out there, though. Anyway, yeah, by the time that I get back out there, I will have hopefully some more time on the things that are being produced in that that set of miners, and I will be able to get the hell away from that thing again. Can I get up from over here? Is that a question? Is that a thought? That might be a thing. All right. Hello? Hello? Up. On that. On the top of the geometry. Thank you. Doing this mainly because I don't have any materials on me, and I don't particularly fancy running back to the base now that I'm here, especially now that I'm here. Because I'm a little bit lazy. Hey, there's a drop pod here? No way. Also, somebody wants a piece of the action. But are they going to, and are they willing to square up? Ow. They might be. What is this? Rods? Rubber. Cool. An item I don't have yet. That's rad. Love that. Nope. Nope. Okay. Cool. We're good. It stresses me out. Give me. Come on. You're coming home with me. Alright. We'll see if I can outsmart the idiot creature. Is it gone? Probably isn't, right? Nope, sure isn't. Ow. Oh god. Oh god. No. 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 Oh, good night. I have achieved my vengeance. All right. I am going to pick up these miners now that I know that I have the material. Oh, right. I had planned for this eventuality. Stressing myself out here. All right. And what do we say here? We have a crate. Oh. Nope. We have that. Like that. Like that. Yep. That makes sense. 3 per crate. Or 3 per run. Ow. Oh, yep, that's definitely gonna hurt my little feetsies. How did I know? Wait, damn second. Go away here. Alright, we're at 204 on the space elevator parts, or 204 on the versatile framework. So, like I hoped, this would be kind of a run in the background, set it and forget it kind of thing. It does seem like that is working as intended. And I have been playing for about 2 hours now, but I'm continuing the stream. So, if you're here with me, let's take a water break. Let's take some hydration, yeah? Grab a quick snack and yeah, hanging out here on a Sunday night, having ourselves a nice little time. Trying to figure out the commands for Nightbot is a challenge. I don't know them that well myself. Oh well. Mm, mm. All right. I'm gonna get rid of these center view. And I kind of just want to get this onto there and just take everything down. Just slowly elevator it down, and then I'm putting everything into this guy. Just mainly so that I can mainly so I can carry it back is the biggest thing. I don't have a huge like inventory on the back of the Explorer. It's not like the most groundbreaking thing, but I do have a small inventory that I can start carrying some stuff back with. And that was the kind of conceit, because I am trying to I just picked up leaves. Where did they go? They went here. Okay. That was the conceit of coming out this direction, was to not drive the Explorer now. I need to borrow this and go to the crafting bench, and basically what I'm after doing here is making reanimated SAM, which I'm then going to make into SAM fluctuators. I may have been off on the math. It would look like I kind of was, but I thought that I needed like a couple hundred SAM, like a couple hundred of the ore itself. I may have only needed like a little bit instead, because I really was after like 10 of these, I think was what I was really after or needing, but I again, may have misunderstood the assignment. Doesn't matter super much. I'm just gonna sit here and do a little bit of cat crafting. That's just straight up automated manual crafting. It's kind of silly how, hey, welcome back to the chat. It's kind of silly how what once was not necessarily a feature, but like a meme that people would joke that they would like put their phone on the spacebar or put like some object with weight on it on the spacebar to automate the only part of the game that was actually legitimately manual, and manual in the sense that you had to hold down a button. People would put down like TV remotes, or like I said, space bars. Mice were a common thing. Like taping the mouse down so that the left click is being activated constantly. It was such a thing that the devs took pity on us all and made it into an actual feature of the game, like an actual part of the game. And so now when people say cat crafting, what they're referring to is like a cat sitting on a space bar. But it's basically just automated manual crafting. But in very short order and very quickly, I was able to get exactly what I need. And I hear something behind me. Did you hear it? I heard it. Gary? What are we doing? Gary? Gary? Alright, fine. You don't want to talk? Yeah, I didn't either. That's fine. Man of few words, it turns out. That one. Yeah, it goes back to like update 3 or 4. I think they added it as a quality of life enhancement or feature somewhere around update like, ooh, what was it? Somewhere around update 7, I think, which would have been about 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And yeah, it's one of my favorite little tidbits about this game. And I've, for clarity and for, I guess, the record, since this is going to be a VOD later, I've been playing this game for a very long time. A very, very long time. Let me pull up my Steam real fast and I'll show you. I've been playing this game a lot. I've been playing this game for a very long time. I think I picked it up in 2021 when the pandemic started, or 2020. Yeah, 1,300 hours. It's a little bit. It's like a third of what you have in Warframe, isn't that right? Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. You're right. Anyways, yeah, I started playing during the pandemic, and it was a nice way for me to like decompress after working in a hardware store. It like during the pandemic, working retail in a essential business basically. It was, Jesus Christ, that was a rough time. I am really glad to not have to do that anymore. I would love to turn it streaming into a career path, but I don't know when that will happen for me. It would be really cool if it happened like this year. That would be really cool. But I'm not gonna count any chickens before they hatch. I'm just
Dimensional
gonna...
depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the dimensional depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter, the metal will not bend, the wood will not splinter. Weave.
Weave. Sorry, I lost my entire train of thought. Yeah, it was rough. Humanity kind of stared at itself in the mirror and did not like what it saw at all.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Somersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rod and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Science, evolution, and revolution. Yeah, Ada and not Ada tend to disrupt my thoughts. You're right. And I'm also neurodiverse, so that like that's even easier for me to maintain my threads of thinking. Um, by which I mean it's not at all. All right, Gary, what are you up to, man? You vibing? All right, you big vibing. 4 tickets. Whoa, damn, I'm rolling in it. Hold up. I have some alien DNA capsules. That probably won't get me anything, right? Out of note. But I'm sure I can get some cool stuff unlocked. That's not the building I want. That's the building I want right there. All right, and do I, with my 9, I have more than 9 tickets. With all of my tickets, what, I guess, thing am I unlocking next? Oh, wow. And purple power slot. Nice. Yeah, okay. With my 9 plus 6 tickets, what am I unlocking now? Is a question. Do I unlock beams? Do I unlock beam expansion? I could use a couple of these things. They would be pretty good. I don't have silica or crystal, quartz crystal, rock quartz. I don't have that automated yet, so that would be pretty good to have. That means automating those if I want that to be at all useful to me. I could do that. These two are the same story. I could do any of this. It might be nice to have big billboards. It might be nice to have indoor lighting as well. In fact, I think it's time for indoor lighting, and I think it's time for billboards, and I think it's time for signs, which should be 15. And I, hey presto, have 15 tickets. I think I'm getting some aesthetic stuff.
If you sense your productivity slipping when it gets dark, don't worry, this is perfectly natural. Fortunately, Fixit lights allow you to never experience wasteful darkness ever again.
She's not wrong. Darkness is wasteful. I don't know how. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't think it needs to. I'm just here. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Right. I've been talking about this for a minute. I need to just do it. Give me a couple things here. I need to change this box into a need to change this into a industrial container. Yeah, no, industrial container. And on the right spot, please. Was it on the right spot? I am very silly. Look at me go. All right, Mark 2 into. No. No. Yeah. Yes. Yes. There's no way I collected all those. There's got to be it. Yeah, I thought so. Where is that crate? Oh, that's going to be mega unfortunate. That's Did it end up over there? For real? Interesting. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now I can put a dimensional depot with the right material onto that thing. So I'm gonna let that build up what it needs to, and then I can dump the contents of the dismantle box in there as well. Up and up and up and I don't know why I did that. That was very bizarre. Up and up. All right, and I need to grab a couple of things from over here. That's not what I need to grab. I need to grab this. And then I think it's time to start working on the next couple of pieces of tech that I have unlocked, the higher complexity things. I could theoretically start working on getting crystal oscillators together, but I think that's going to be a pain in the butt, and I don't think I have manufacturers unlocked yet, so I don't think that's really a possibility. Yeah, yeah, thank you. I have also thought about what happens when I move into like a mega factory. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is like in the bamboo forest, which is in like this region that's all kind of red or like blacked out right now. It's like in right here, or sorry, it's actually over here. There's big red tall bamboo, and I'm going to try and build like a tree house, I think, I'm going to try and build a tree house for my odds and ends. I bumped my table and my audio cut out, which I don't love. I will, Sai. I will. I don't have any steel beams. For real? Yeah. That's... Do I not have any? For real? Oh, we can at least do this. I am not proud of everything that I do, but you know what I am proud of? Once it starts uploading. Yeah, there we go. So now what I can do, and I can be clever about this, is I can, oh, right. I have to, right. Sadness. That's unfortunate. There's a way to upload stuff yourself and like manually do it. This one, yep. The one that requires computers and 3 Mercer spheres. Yikes. Well, until then, for the time being, what I can do is I can just run around automating specific things that I need, like in volume and in mass for creating the larger infrastructure that I need. So I'm thinking like concrete for foundations. I'm thinking iron plates for foundations, iron plates for like conveyor belt poles, power poles, couple other odds and ends here. Yeah, what else can I do? I should go take a look and see what the second I need to really install elevator floors here. Let's do that so I can stop doing that. Up. This is all rotors all the time. I'm missing steel beams. All right. First things first. What do we do now? We need to get beams over here. The 294 of 1,000 for versatile framework. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Hmm. Very early in the game still. Bonk. This is a splitter. Oh, right. Can I build another one of these? I do not have modular frames or wire. This is why I need Mercer spheres, and this is why I need the dimensional depot. That legitimately is a direct use case as to why I need those. And I needed the steel so I could fall off the edge of that, but I needed the steel so that I could get another elevator floor or two in my, we'll call it a main factory, but in my main current location. Bear with me a moment here. Yeah, alright. Here we go. Watch this because it happens fast. Whee! Bonk. Hey, Gary. Alright, so until I can... And I'm not going to consider power as a problem that I need to solve in this moment, because that can wait until I limp my way all the way to phase 3 of the space elevator here. I could survive. Personal elevator is currently occupied by what? And who? How? Oh. Was that it? For real? Like it just needed that to go away? I forgot, and I think that might be why I had a copyright strike on something. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah. Missing modular frame. Hey, I had a plan for that. But yeah, I think the copyrighted music, some of the music was copyrighted from Satisfactory from Coffee Stain. Hey, I planned for that eventuality. At least that one where I needed modular frames. Having just unlocked lights, there's a couple of things that I could do. There's a couple of things I could also avoid doing. Yeah, I'm not sure which is the right solution here exactly. Ba-ba. The elevators are actually part of the base game now. I'm playing in experimental 1.1, so they added personal elevators in 1.1. They also added hypertube like branches, and there's T branches, and then there's like jump in points basically. I will have to get some materials together and demonstrate what they actually look like, because they're really cool. For a long time, elevators were just straight up like a personal choice edition TM, so you had to make your own. And yeah, it's kind of why I started a new save. I wanted to do it for both stream and also to get a full, more rich experience of the game, and then also to hold myself accountable to some goals that I have set. I want to do some kind of crazy things. They also, in addition to the hypertube stuff, so they changed hypertube so that it can be a loop instead of it being like a point-to-point thing. It can still be point to point, but you are much more easily and much more readily able to do a big circle, and like you can hop in or hop off at any point in the circle as long as you have the thing that you need to do that. As long as you have the branches set and you have like kind of the on ramps and the off ramps to the highway built, you've got horizontal travel taken care of, and how vertical travel taken care of by the the elevators. But I'm gonna set up a quick little hypertube thing just to demonstrate. And of course, right as I'm about to do this, the sun's going down. Because why wouldn't it, right? Did that build too? Oh, sure didn't. Thankfully. Alright. Alright, so... Right, I need to grab a couple things real fast, actually. Bear with me. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Sheets? Yes. Almost out of inventory space? Yes. Don't worry about that, though. No bears there, no. No, thankfully. Which is really a shame as a twink, you know? Yeah, okay. So if I wanted to show you the hypertube branch and how that kind of works. So I'm going to put it down here. And I'm going to build out one of the paths. And then I'm going to build out the other one here. And I'm going to have this go around. I'm gonna have like a longer path and I'm gonna have a shorter path, I think. Is kind of the thought. I'm just trying to think of how to like demonstrate both of the two of them, you know what I mean? Yeah, that'll work. So I'll have a longer path and I'll have a shorter path. With them kind of going on a branch here as well. But because I can rotate them so that one of them is an on-ramp and one of them is an off-ramp, as it were. Or like they'll join in this point here is basically what I'm trying to say and failing to say. Ooh. Yep. All right. And then I'll do another one with a hypertube. So this will be the actual like start of the thing. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'll have this with a hypertube like this, and this is just like for like gross demonstration purposes, like entirely. But if I have a hypertube entrance there, and I pull some power for it here, like very quick and dirty kind of way. Oh no. Give me a power pole here. Yay. Yay, okay, cool. So now this should be charged and that should be ready to go. So if I do nothing, if I just sit here and do nothing, longer side of the power of the tube, right? I missed that inside track altogether, but If I say E or Q, I think it is, then I miss the Q. I'm pretty sure it's the same way that you would, yeah. Wait, let me see if I can get the timing. I'm bad at video games. But it will demonstrate like which direction you're actually trying to go. I might have messed up here. I don't have a way of getting out of this. Hold on. All right, there we go. So it's E or Q is what it is for choosing a path. So if I want the longer path this time, there we go. And if I want to do with the right timing. Oh, you're good. I'll just relog basically. Yeah, switching paths is E. Alternatively, you know what I can do is I could just respawn, and it does count as a death, but it does get me out of the situation. I think that resets this counter. Yep. All right. So that's a death I owe the system, but that's okay because I got to demonstrate something that I don't really know how to do a ton of, as well as yeah, it's all right. It happens. It was bound to happen eventually. Let's be honest here. I'm not the best at longevity type things. But you know, it kind of is what it is, really. See if I can mess with some of this lighting here. Oh, that's throwing a big shadow. Wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I agree. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am trying to learn the new things in the game. I'm glad to have you here. I hope you're doing well. Now I can break down my little torture trap that I just built for Sai and hopefully not have to die again. That'd be super dope. But not if I tore up my floor. Yeah, we're at 364 of 1,000 for the... Stop that. Stop. Why is there a visual artifact here? Oh, is it because of the hypertube and I... There's just a random... Oh, cool, it stopped. All right. The ghost particle. The ghost particle will find you. All right, but I need wire, and then I need reanimated Sam. I need reanimated Sam. Can I have an F in chat, please? Thank you. I wish I could define the extent of my distaste for having to go get more of this stuff to make more of this stuff. I currently do not have the words to define my distaste, my displeasure, my anger, my rage, if you will. All right, but can it... No. Oh, that takes crystal oscillator? You're joking. That's some nonsense. Oh, that's some nonsense. Oh, that's a mess. Oh, clowns. I sense clowns. Put that in there. I don't really need this anymore as it is currently. And I don't have any... I don't have much, at least. Not enough to really matter. This is probably the most reliable way I have of getting healing items. It's just going to pull berries or pull nuts rather, and kill things, and then I can get more inhalers. All right, there we go. And oh, need to adjust. I might need to take a break here in a second, Sai. But I'm super happy to have and to be streaming this, which is one of my favorite games. Um, ah, more tickets. Rad, cool. Is there anything available here for somewhat cheap? Wait, wrong building, or wrong thing. Doesn't look well, kind of. Kind of. Not really. Huh. No finishes that I really want or can afford for tickets wise. Nothing much else. Concrete wall. Actually, that would be good. Concrete wall would be good. And then if I can do concrete foundations as well. If I have the ability to do that. Did I go to the wrong menu? I did. Concrete walls, concrete foundations, so that I don't have to deal with what?
Decoration and organization go hand in hand. Fix it HQ custodian, I always say. Use of these customizer features does not guarantee an aesthetically pleasing or user-friendly factory. That's the part that requires knowledge and skill.
She's calling me stupid, right? Like that's what she's implying here, is that I'm stupid. Hold on a second. Let me get back over to the steel plant. And I am going to take myself a little break. Step away for just a moment. I mean, yeah, meat flesh does have no IQ. You right. Alright. This building over here is not the prettiest thing that I've ever designed. It's not the most aesthetic thing. This is a stopgap. This is the thing that's producing the versatile framework. And it was producing the other elevator component, which was the automated wiring. It is no longer, at least not for any real purpose. And so while I take a break here, I'm gonna try and get a good photo set up so that you can take a look at the new photo mode, because she changed a lot. To the point that I could do something like this. And this should run on about a 30-second loop. And yeah, she should be pretty good. Slight clipping. That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Who am I? I lie. It absolutely does. Let me see if I got this right. Gonna clip or no? Yep, she's gonna clip, isn't she? Oh, nope, she ain't. Oh, that's fun. Let's give it some posterization, I think. Yeah. And then we'll do a slight lonely tint to things. Do a little bit of exposure. Yeah, the camera feature is crazy good. Desaturate this quite slightly, maybe a tiny bit more out there. And yeah. So with that said, I'm gonna take myself a little break and I will be right back. But yeah, enjoy a little cinematic a little cinematic break screen. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Hello, everybody. And hello, Sai. Trying to adjust some lighting so I don't have as many shadows in the background. Yeah, taking it back over. Cinematic as hell. Come over here for a purpose, and that was to make dimensional depots more of a thing. Question marks? No, get more steel. Or genuinely forgetting what I need to be over here for. Huh. Oh well. What? Can I make versatile framework in only in an assembler, right? Okay. All right, it's time to fix power grid things. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's for sure time to fix power grid things because that's getting a little spooky. Because I'm starting to lose a little bit of power here. Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
I am judging you.
Thanks, Ada. Me too. For sure, me too. So if I'm doing 120 here, this is doing 120 there. All right, so I've got 300 per minute. Is that right? 120 plus 180, I think. Sounds right. Okay. I want to... I want to build a builder. Do I want to build a builder? Do I want to build a bigger building and like have it be a little bit away from the beach? Or no, you know what? Actually, I want to build it over here, I think. Yeah, I think I want to build it over here. Start with a Mark II or a 2-meter foundation and go to out there, probably. Why is it popping my inventory? Okay, time to unplug and replug things in. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah, because spacebar should not do anything except for jump. I want it to be taller than this is a question. I feel like I kind of do. All right. Yeah, I think I kind of do. Thinking. I think I want to do. Have this be 6 or 7 tall. So that it's taller than this arch here. So that it crests over the top of the arch. And is itself big enough to kind of justify its existence and its extent over the water, as it were. And that's, I'm not tall enough to see for real, for sure. And I'm jumping off the edge of things. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll be at this level, roughly, like where this wall is, I think, and I'll have it be the Mark 1 foundation to start at the bottom here, mainly because that will be easier for my brain to metabolize the information. And I think this is going to be the start of the octagon, or something like the octagon. All right. I don't need these walls here. I don't want them here. Now that I've gotten this established on the world grid, I'm kind of just ready to start building from here. So, organization. Or actually, even, I could do an elevator to architecture. Where ladders are. All right, and I'm gonna go there. There. Oh, it's so funny seeing the little tractor go. You got this. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going in for rods here. Ow. 492 of 1,000. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. Is there a specific reason why there's a delay on that, I wonder? Is there like a delay on just production of steel beams? There shouldn't be. Okay. And cool. Okay. And where to make a biomass? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Can I do this? I can. Haha. I'm happy that that is a thing that exists. All right. Hello? Oh, that was weird. That should be 8, I think. what we previously established with something like this was that 8 coal power generators, which require 15 a minute. I think. Mm-hmm. So eight of those require 15 per minute. That's 90. Am I dumb? It's 120. Math, please. Yeah, okay. 15 times 8 is 120. So if I have 8 of these things, I have 8 per side. And I'm using all 300 of that coal. All right, here's a follow-up question. How much space does 2 of them like facing each other take up? Because they're about 3.5 tiles long. If I have them abut the edge here. Yeah, so here, like just over. So that's at halfway. And accounting for, let's say, that we're doing that, and we have one across the way, leaving room for pipes and for splitters, mergers, that kind of thing. And we're currently on, yeah, the midline. Okay, I put this on the midline for the next one over. Okay. Alright, so if it's in the midline, does it really take that much space? Wow. Yikes. Okay, so that's what then? 8 tiles? 8 by 8? No, it would be 8 by 8. If I did 5 on one side, I think was the way that the design was set up. So if I do 3, or 5. I need to edit that image. Holy cow. I do like that it saves the settings though. That's pretty cool. Oops. But if I wanted to take a peek and get a good idea of how much of a footprint I need, that's what, 6 by 8? Is that right? Huh. Sorry, I'm trying to reason through and rationalize and understand what my actual like intent is to trying to get this set up in the way that I am intending, which is broadly speaking like a big power plant over the center of this doing coal. And like I've got the footprint for it, I've got the space for it, and like realistically it's going to be bringing in coal is going to be the problem, because this little building here, these 4 nodes here are all normal if memory serves. Is that right? I don't know that I have a radar tower, so I can't tell you off the top of my map, but normal, normal, that's normal as well. So those are all 600 at max with Mark III overclocked miners. Mark III fully overclocked miners. So that's at most 600 times 4, 2400. I'm ostensibly going to need at least some of that later on for Pixonium and for the later space elevator parts. Probably the later space elevator parts being turned into diamonds, really. Just because I know that coal is pretty plentiful, and at the point that I'm going to be doing diamonds for the space elevator and for like the late game stuff, it won't be that important for me to have a bunch of coal just floating around everywhere. But if I can get, let's see, if I can get like, if I can get 300 for each of those right now, which is power shards, like it's just 6 power shards, then I can get, if I can get 600 right now, that's 40, that's 5 sides of the Pentagon, or 5 sides of the octagon set up for power, or for coal at least. And that's from 2 nodes. So if I were a gambling man and I took the half foundation and I took that over here, and then if I turn this like 45, right? Like realistically it's 45. You're joking. No. Rude. Did I really build it in the wrong place? No. Rude. All right. So let's assume for a moment, and I need to paint the ones that I'm referring to so that they're more visible and obvious to my little pea brain. Not pea brain, but to my like very silly brain. And I get up here. and customize this a little bit. And if I just paint this, paint it black. Oh, I don't even need that. Okay. This is going to be uncooperative. I'll be uncooperative too. Oh, that's why I was trying to do the thing. Okay, I see. The second I was out of the water is why I was trying to do the thing. All right. If I go that and all right. Is it 6? It was 6. I am very silly. Go with the fix it foundation. Factory spot. All right. All right. That becomes a lot more feasible then. I think. I just have to find a way to fit 3 on the interior and I can fit 5 on the exterior. And that's not even that big of a deal, honestly. Because if I have them stacked, or actually even if I put them in the middle here, and that's all the way to the back. Yeah, then like that's not a problem at all. Wow. No joke. No joke. For real? Huh. I'm impressed. I wouldn't have expected my expected me to be able to pull that just like that cleanly from the start. I would have expected there to be like a whole load of issues. A whole load of other issues, really. But that means that I can get the octagon up and running relatively soon, or at least like a part of it. 5/8 of it, a little more than half. But you know what? Like that's kind of okay. I'm fine with that, really. Oh, I
All
could build a.
fix-it-vetted materials are tested for toxins, hallucinogens, and other biologically adverse effects.
Why are there hallucinogens?
Pioneers are advised not to immerse themselves in these materials and not to lick, eat, breathe in, or otherwise consume them.
Ada, are you suggesting that I would, on any given Sunday, like today, go swim in a bunch of concrete? Is that the implication here? Because I'm getting the sense that that's the implication. Alright. I wanted rotors, right? Funny, there's the box with rotors. And I also want what? I have plate being automated. I need cable as well. And I have an elevator for this. Why am I running up and down like that? No. Retrain the brain. Come on. We have the tools. We have the technology. We can make it better. Yeah. Okay. Taking shape. Eventually I will do the other things here. Gonna need a whole bunch of that stuff. That was a bin full of a bunch of copper sheet that I'm gonna need a whole lot of later. Just like an unconscionable amount, really. All right. Let me grab that then. And I think I would want also, and will be able to eventually get a hold of and set with, be able to get some other things together. Other things meaning, what? I don't know where I was going with that sentence exactly. That's... My brain is very smooth. Hey, Gary. Distracted me, bud. Oh. Ah. Jump clear over the thing that you need to jump on top of. Nice. Solid. Way to go. Winning strategy if ever there was one. All right. All right. All right. We're just getting up on top of the power pole. We're just getting up on top of the power platform. We're just doing that. Just that right now. All right. Now that we're here, turn off sprint. Nah, there we go. Cooking with gas. Whoa. Thank you. Oh. All right, that's fine. I will... I want my jetpack. I want my jetpack. I want it. I want my jetpack. I want my hover pack. Oh my god, I miss that so much. The other save that I have that is an unreasonable amount of time in scale, like to the tune of 700 hours or more. That one has everything unlocked except for the finality of tier 4. We're trying to get up to the top of these things, gang. What are we doing? That one has the like totality of tier 4, all but unlocked, like all but finished at this point. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot cleaner than I would have expected. At any rate, yeah, all right. So realistically, it's actually like this. Anyway, my other save that has everything unlocked is like I'm very spoiled rotten with like having teleporters and having all of the interdimensional storage I could ever want, as well as several alien power augmenters, as well as multiple nuclear power plants, uranium and plutonium, and now fixonium, and then I have a bunch of other things set up as well. But I'm trying to get through to that point of the game again, which I will, and it will just take some time. That's all. All right, so if I were to do what I have done over here, I want to finish laying out the platforms, I think, the rest of the way. Four, five. Kind of anticipating that I don't really need to go this far over with every single one. Well, Just for good form, let's make sure that we do. Yeah, alright. This is gonna get real confusing real fast. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 10. Alright. I had a feeling that that was coming. Why? Well, what do I turn off? Automated wire. That was slick. That was less slick. Did I need to do that? Nope, I sure did not. All right, let's start with bigger machines here. Yeah, 15 megawatts. Don't need. All right, so that's 60 right off the bat. It was because I power shorted the one coal generator, wasn't it? No, is it because of the copper up at the top of the hill? Must be, right? Must be. That's got to be it. Like, I don't think there's anything else that it could be, really. Huh. Hey, Gary. Hmm. No power. No elevator. Glad my factory is still at least a little bit walkable. In the future, I would like to avoid that exact situation. Do I really need anything power-wise beyond... This is the only connection there? Yeah? Okay. Come on. Don't do this to me. Make your factory legible. Come on. Come on. What's the issue? Oh, Christ. Carrie, what are you doing? You fuck things up for me? Is it you? Did you do this to me? What about that? If this goes on... Alright, so power consumption, maximum consumption is significantly lower. And our baseline here is like 315 to 250. Rumble. Okay. Well, if this is how it's gonna be, then we gotta go back to the Dark Ages for a little bit. Sounds like this is kind of how it's gonna have to be. Huh. Well, that's major unfortunate. You were burning what? You're still burning biofuel for real? And this is this is an issue? How? 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 What happened? Oh my, did you don't have any fuel? Is that really the issue? It can't possibly be that. Like, it can't be that simple, can it? Unless I hit a couple of machines that turn things on. But like, even then, for real? That was it? Okay, I got greens over there. The hell happened? Like, gang, what did we do? Hold on. What ended up happening, and is basically the summation of every experience that I've ever had playing this game, is that I changed 2 machines at the baseline and did a whole bunch of other stuff, not realizing that 2 machines, any number of machines really, not realizing that these machines would have an extra power draw compared to where they would be otherwise. What then happened and proceeded to happen was that there would be a little bit of a deficit. And when that deficit finally got to the point that my system broadly couldn't handle it, couldn't account for, couldn't accommodate the thing happening, was when shit shut down. Hey Crusader, how's it going? You just came in as I was solving a power outage. I don't know if you caught any of that. I'm glad to hear it. I'm doing okay. I am in the midst of designing a new power, like a new power grid or a new power, I guess, production. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. So yeah, there we go. 6, and then we have it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, I'm mostly vibes right now. Had a friend pop on the stream earlier. And I think may have fallen asleep, but I'm not certain about that. So I was just generally kind of a quiet little bean. But yeah, we've been hanging out and trying to figure out some of the more advanced tech. I got one of the first dimensional depot upgrades and or unlocks rather, which has been really cool. And then yeah, just pure vibes at this moment. Oop. Ah. All right, and so 3, right? It's 3, or is it 4? It's 4. So 4 and 4, and then it is 3. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. So I saw on Reddit a thing that I want to do myself. Actually, I want to not replicate exactly, but like I want to do this thing too. I want to create a like I want to create a power plant that's in the shape of an octagon. But I would love to get concrete foundations down. I am probably getting close to calling it for the night. I've been on for about 3.5, a little under 3.5 hours tonight. I should be on tomorrow, 6 to 9 as well. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'm getting to a point where I can kind of step away from this. Whoops, daisies. And I'm like hip deep in a project right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. player's in the way. What are you talking about? What player? Where? So yeah, the thought being that I'm gonna do 8 of these power plants at the correct place per side, and yeah, that would be kind of a thought. Thought I had it plotted this out right. I guess not. 3. Should be 2, right? 1, 2. All right. I at least want to get 2 of these sides done so that I can feel like I've done something tonight. Which is, I have done plenty of things tonight. I don't have to qualify my success here. This should be right at the edge. Yep. Alright, that looks more correct. Alright, so yeah, like I said, the idea being that I want to have an octagon where each side of this octagon has 8 power plants or 8 coal generating power plants, with the idea being that I will solve power for a minute until I get to oil. And I just kind of wanted to have it be a little pretty. And yeah. So that's 2. 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then if I take a look at the photo mode, and I'm gonna clean up the textures, of course, too. But I want to double check that I've got this aspect mostly right. Hold on. Do the thing that you did each side. Oh no. Oh, nuts. Realizing an unfortunate thing that I did. So, if I detach this, zoom out, go up, I could show you what I did that was mistaken. So, thought being that I want to make an octagon. And instead of having this platform here that I just put down at a 45-degree angle from the last point of the octagon, it kind of is starting as the next segment of a line attached to that baseline of the octagon and then starting the octagon. And so it's going to throw the perspective off a little bit. So the tile that I'm standing on here, whoops, the tile that I'm standing on here, didn't mean to do that. The tile that I'm standing on there needs to be this direction in relation to the long side of the platform, which in the grand scheme of things isn't like the worst of things. It just means that I need to replace this, because if I can't this like that, then it should be right about there is actually where I'm aiming. Well, is that right? So that's a 45 off of that side. So if I just bring it Still figuring out some keybind stuff. But if I just bring it over 1, 2, 3, 4, why are you doing it that way? Assume that none of this is here. Because it isn't in this diagram. And go left. To zigzag it apparently. Or I guess what I could do really would be have this be here. And we'll just do it on top for convenience sake. I can get this to cooperate. Yeah, so it needs to start like right there is where the last foundation needs to start. Or at least that foundation. So it's like this continued over 1 is basically where I'm at. Okay. I'm nearing hour 4. I'm feeling a little brain dead at this moment, so I think this is where I take a step away from Satisfactory and save for the night and call it a good night on stream, or at least for stream. But I'm super glad that if you're here now and live, I'm super glad that you're here hanging out with me. It's been lovely chatting with you all. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day, great rest of your night. Be cool, be kind, be excellent to each other. Find the joy and light in the life that brings you happiness and share it with other people. The VOD will be up on both Twitch and my YouTube VOD channel here in a little bit, and we'll pick it up tomorrow from 6 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard. So if you want to hang out with me, come hang out. I don't bite, I promise. I would be more than happy to spend some time and hang out, and you could just watch me flail crazily. And we accomplished a pretty major goal, or a step of a major goal tonight. We got automated wire set up and done, and we got versatile framework set up and mostly finished. That should be during tomorrow's stream. We got 684 produced in the last 3 hours, which is pretty substantial. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one, and be cool, be kind, be nice. Take care. Good night.